Hello everyone and welcome to another pick a card reading. I hope you're all doing marvellous. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, it's so good as always to have you here. I'm so appreciative of your appreciative of your support, your kindness and your comments. Thank you for being here. A message meant to find you, really. 3 piles to choose from. This is going to be quite a short reading because I want to do some bigger readings again, but yeah, I'm going to need to kind of get in a bit of a better headspace for that. But right now, I just wanted to get a reading out to you guys, and here we are. So you've got 3 piles to choose from, as always. Pile 1 is this beautiful green calcite. Pile 2 is this milky quartz. And pile 3 is this BOTRYOIDAL, I think that's how you say it, hematite. BOTRYOIDAL, I can't remember, sorry. Okay, so pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Timestamps will be in the description box below, as always, my friends. And I'll see your reading. Bye. Pile 1, hello and welcome to your reading. So you chose this green calcite and this card here. Now, I just found out something really funny about this. And I bought this a long time ago, or I got this a long time ago. And it's so funny how when I'm researching crystals and then all of a sudden I'll find out something different about the crystal that will be relevant to the reading, or, you know, will want to come out in this reading. So calcite is an exceptionally powerful stone generally. There's so many different forms of it. It's pretty much everywhere and quite abundant. The types of calcite are the things that are like a little bit rarer. But yeah, there's just loads of different types of calcite generally. And green calcite, and I love the way that the crystal market has decided to pimp this out. And they've done it as pistachio green calcite. Like with the light blue aragonite, they call it Caribbean calcite. It's just like marketing jargon, isn't it? So what I'm getting is that you are in a space where you are, like, a message meant to find you is about you maintaining your integrity within a space where people are trying to blow smoke up your ass, basically. Because the stone of Caribbean I got sucked into it there. The stone of green calcite is about love. It's one of the love, like compassionate love towards self, the ability to find love. As I said, it's an exceptionally powerful stone. And, you know, I think previously when I've used this stone in readings, I've noticed that this one has like this waxy kind of coating, because calcite tends to chip off. It's quite fragile. But then this one, sorry, I thought I just heard a noise. With this particular crystal, I just feel like this has been done to protect it. And it's actually stopping you from, like, you know, it's keeping you safe in a way. So I think, like, you are in a space where you may have a lot of people, or you may have people around you that are blowing smoke up your ass, or they're trying to get you, they're trying to, like, lull you into a false sense of security. They're trying to maybe, you know, pull wool over your eyes. I'm not saying any of this is malicious. I'm just saying that there may be some fakery around. But you seem to hold your integrity. And guess what? Because you're holding your integrity so true, it feels like that's what's attracting them. That's what's attracting them. It's like flies to shit, in it. So I think, yeah, that's what I'm getting at the moment. So let's see what this card is. Now, where's the book? Yeah, so, I mean, like, these cards are a little bit tricksy, but I'll go with it and see what I can get, and then I'll have to look at the book. Mountain. Okay, mountain. Mountain. God, it's so beautiful, this card. These cards are stunning. Like, the artwork is just out of this world. I just can't get enough of it. So mountain is about standing your ground. It's about you being so tall, and people will want to conquer you. So it's that kind of thing, you know. And it's interesting how this piece of rock actually looks like a little mini. It looks like a hill, like some kind of like mountain. So I think it's just really interesting how people seem to be drawn to you. They want to try and conquer you. They want to try and get through to you. But what I've also noticed here is that with this green, we've got this beautiful like light green here, and then it just kind of, obviously this looks a bit darker now, but it matches it perfectly in a way. So it's almost like that, you know, the integrity is really core. It's almost like at the heart or the root of the mountain. It was reversed. I was really hoping that the cards would be upright, but that's all of you have got it reversed. All of the piles have got it reversed, so there's something. So this is probably what the message is. Now, this deck is divided into earth, air, wind. I think it's earth, air, wind. Is it wind? No, earth, air, fire, water. And I think, bear with me, and ether as well. But I think I've said this before, like she doesn't have a she doesn't have a like contents. So you need to like try and just find out where it is. Oh, okay, it's under earth. Found it. But every time I say that, like, I find it in the book. I complain and then I find it in the book. Anyway, I'm learning some lessons here. So, but Spirit said to me, do this reading. It will help you out, Reena. So here I am. So, a vertical masterpiece of the natural world. Mountain obtains cosmic access. Obscures. Why did I say that? Mountain obscures cosmic access, but it is actually mountain obtains cosmic access. Okay, I'll keep a note of that. And conducts the steadfast life force rooted in the center of earth. He entices us with his ridges, vistas, and demands coherence between conviction and action. He is proud of his statuesque prominence, embodying the incorruptible dignity. Wisdom cultures have long been attracted to the wild embrace of mountain's range of summits and extreme climates, and the exploration of spiritual elevation and states of absolute consciousness. Okay. Urging you to focus your alignment, particularly as it relates to your spine. It establishes the coherence of flow between planetary and cosmic energy. Your spine both avails you to the earth frequencies and ensures you have access to the heightened wisdom. So it was imbalanced. So it's directionless, lacking clarity and purpose, chronic back pain. Interesting. Now, I'm not going to go into the health implications, but if that's something that resonates, then just do take care of that. Activate, this is how you bring it into balance. Activate your essential self by embodying mountains, unwavering dignity and stillness. I mean, that resonates perfectly with what I said about you being able to keep your head amongst people who are, that are like not really matching the kind of integrity they're trying to bring you down in terms of that. So I think that's really important to remember. And also, you know, I think the message or what is coming out currently is that you are a mountain of dignity, and don't forget it. I don't know, I feel like there's people that are trying to stop you from remembering who you are. They're trying to stop you from remembering who you are, from remembering that you are a brilliant, beautiful being, and that you deserve the best. And I don't know, maybe they're like trying to bring you down to their level. And I think you need to remember that you're a mountain. I'm going to take these all upright. Well, it came up upright anyway. Good. Okay, so we've got fixed signs. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and... yeah. I'll leave it there. Leo and Aquarius. So we've already got something here that's really, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, attracting, like, people are going to come to you really easily. People are going to want to come to you really, they want your stability, they crave your energy. So I think it would be really wise to put some kind of boundary up about that. Let's have a look at what the tarot wants to say. What does the tarot want to say about pile 1? About what a message meant to find my pile 1s. A message meant to find my pile 1s. We've got the 3 of Wands. We've got the 9 of Swords. The 8 of Pentacles. And Judgment reversed. Obstruction. I said obstruction, didn't I, before? I said it said obscurity or obstruction or something. Basically, it was like that something was not clear. And I think there's been a distraction that's been happening by trying to maintain some kind of stability. I do get a little bit like letting things in through the back door where, you know, where it's kind of slipped in. So for some of you, it could be some kind of, maybe some insecurities about how you feel about certain things. And part of you has kind of just worked your way through it. Because you've really wanted to make sure that what you're working on is something that you want to do. If you haven't been doing that, then you're probably worrying about whether or not you can get the chance to do that. But I will be honest, there is some kind of plans that have been put into place for you to actually do those things. It's just that maybe something just hasn't happened yet. There has been a little bit of a kind of, there was an opportunity for you to, like, you know, kind of go for it, but there was a missed opportunity here. Not even an opportunity, it was more like a road sign. So it's almost like you felt that going down this road would be better, but actually when you're going down that road, then you understand that, you know, you should have gone down that road. You know what I mean? Like, you took the wrong road. If that makes sense. I'm only laughing because, like, I just think, oh yeah, I'm getting confused with my words because my brain is like a bit weirded at the moment. But Spirit wants me to do a reading, so I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing. Because I'm not going to lie, my lovely collective, I planned that other reading and it didn't seem that, you know, I thought to myself, all right, you know what, I really created this beautiful reading. And this time, you know, whenever I've just gone with my instincts with readings, they've just kind of worked out. Whereas, like, if I structure them out, I don't know, They should be kept for special occasions. And, you know, some of you watched it, but some of you didn't. A lot of you didn't, actually. Most of you didn't. You know, the video got 200 views. And I put, and I've got, you know, quite a few subscribers. So I just thought that's really interesting. So I don't know if, like, YouTube is not getting it to you, or whether or not I don't know if you're not liking the content. Let me know. Four of Wands reverse, clarifying the Three of Wands. That's really interesting, because it seems like, because of a motivating factor of not having what you've needed or wanted, you're now going to make it happen for yourself. It's almost like, instead of relying on anyone else, you're just going to do it. And the thing is that I think there has been something that has been missed. It isn't quite like the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is almost like wrong timing. A reversed ace is almost like like a missed opportunity, particularly the Ace of Pentacles. But with Judgment, it's like you had an opportunity to do something and you chose not to do it. It's similar, like, to the Lovers reversed, except that's a little bit different as well. That's usually a choice to do with people. This is about a calling. So, and that came out reversed. So I don't know if there's some kind of thing that you're using as an excuse or an obstacle to be able to actually get on with what you need to be doing. And there is anxiety about it. You do have plans in place. And they have been motivated by the fact that things have not been good in the past, and you want to change that. The Nine of Swords is clarified by the Six of Wands reversed. Interesting. So we've even got this kind of like sense of almost like a dissolving of ego, but I don't know, in a way I think I'd probably go as far to say as they may be too much. You may be even ignoring your successes or ignoring what you've done. You may not even see yourself as a mountain, you know. So yeah, let's clarify this Eight of Pentacles. And then we've got the Seven of Swords reversed. Yeah, it's really interesting. Like, whatever you're choosing to do or whatever you're wanting to do now has to have some kind of integrity about it. Like, you're not going to mess around at all with anything. Wow, look at that. Okay, so the thing that you couldn't partake, or the thing you couldn't do before, was something that you really had to let go. You had to let go. You were like, right, I can't say yes at this time. I can't be there this time. I have to do something else. So there will be another way of it coming round, obviously. It might take some time, but you know that you've got to, like, kind of get in a good position yourself where you see yourself as this fixed sign, you see yourself as this mountain, and you're able to move forward. Because I don't know, I think there's a little bit of a little bit of lack of self-belief, not quite belligerent towards oneself, like Queens of Swords, like, you know, talking badly to oneself, but it's more that you just don't know, there just seems to be a bit of a lack of belief that actual things can work out for you. So the messages from here is to remember that you're a mountain, to remember that you're this beautiful mountain, and that there are things, people think of you very differently to what you think they think of you, and even how you perceive yourself is very different to how people see you. And yeah, you know, we might not care about how other people see us, but when we have to interact with them, we might have to care. So, you know, Have I got one or two? You get two. All right, lucky you. Right, so we've got release and adventures. I think being able to free yourself, and if you get a chance to go to some mountains, I think it might be very useful for you in an energetic sense, because it will give you an opportunity to gain a new perspective. I mean, we don't have the Hanged Man here, but that might be useful in being able to put your own self in perspective, because there just seems to be a little bit of like, no, just like maybe you're worried about things that have happened in the past, and you're using them as the benchmark for you to go forward. You don't need to do that. It's okay. It's all right. I want to give you a hug. Part one. I want to give you a big hug, and you don't have to. You can kind of like, in the mountains there can also be these beautiful jungles, and what are these? They're parrots. They're parrots. They're little parrots. So parrots are just wonderful, wonderful birds. So they also are very intelligent, brightly coloured. And they kind of, I feel like parrots are very loyal. They're very loyal beings, and their energy and spirit kind of encourage liveliness and some sense of life, which is kind of what you're getting here with this adventures card. It's, when you go on an adventure, it helps you to look at things in a different way. I try to go on adventures, particularly when I'm at work or when I'm working. I try to go on adventures every day in that respect, even if it is like walking a different way home or something like that, because there's so much to discover. And I haven't really been able to get out of London for a long time, but London is so diverse that there's really amazing things to be found there. So I do try and to have an adventure like wherever I go. So do try and do that. If you can get out into the countryside, into the mountains, that will be the amazing thing here. And then you've also got release, and that will really help you as well to release mountains and sea. I mean, the mountains hold a different energy, and I really enjoy the mountains because they're really mystical and yet forever changing, yet they're always there, like they are these titans, but yet even if you walk up a mountain twice, no way will ever be the same. It's just a real adventure. So I think that's something to really think about, and also to think about how you feel as a fixed being, because that's what the mountain would embody, this fixed being, but is also got these elements of change. So last card to close out the reading is one of these cards. The swoopy sky punk wins the chips. So what I'm getting from this is that it's, you can't take it seriously. You have to be, you have to just have fun with it. Take what you can. Take what you do. Take what you can do. Take how you can be. Just do your thing. That's another thing. Just do your thing and don't worry too much about other people. I think that's the main thing, because a seagull just does its thing and it doesn't care. And they look ridiculous, but they just do their thing. There's some beautiful symbology as well with the seagull. They're exceptionally powerful, big birds. They're not small birds, they're quite big. So, well, these ones are. These ones that nick your chips. So, yeah, and a friend of mine called them storm chasers. So, yeah, maybe think about that. And I think that's really interesting. I think in a different deck, there is a picture of the Six of Swords is represented by a seagull carrying away their nest into the storm, into a storm, right? A tornado. So that's a really interesting thing. So it's almost like you may know that there are people who have certain opinions about you, but you just do you, because that's what's going to get you through. So I hope that helped, pile one. Interesting reading. If you like this reading, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful morning, evening, night, day, whenever you're choosing to watch this. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Pile 2, hello and welcome to your reading. So you chose this beautiful milky quartz. It's also known as snow quartz as well. It's really good for emotional stability and also for prosperity, apparently. It encourages you to clear the mind. And I could see that, like being in a state of meditation so that you just kind of are detached from outcomes. The thing I will say about this stone, though, is that out of the 3 stones, this is the only one that's tumbled. Excuse me. So there is some kind of appearance or smoothness. I am thinking that there is something about keeping up appearances, kind of trying to appear a certain way in front of someone or something. I feel it's protective, though, similar to pile 1. I feel like the reason why you're being a certain way is because you don't want to appear vulnerable in front of people that don't appear to or don't seem to deserve you and your vulnerability, because you have something very precious. So I don't think that these people, you kind of put on, like, it may be a bit like there's a facade that's being put on that is protective. It's almost like, not even that, it's almost like that it's like Teflon or like some kind of surface that basically, it's almost like a shield. So it stops you from getting hurt, basically. Like having tumbled away the roughness so that things are smooth and they just kind of slide off. I love that. Love that for you, pile 2. Let's have a look at what this message that was meant to find you. Okay, so we've got lion here. Such a nuts like drawing. I don't even know where the lion is. Can you see it? I'm sure you can. I mean, I can just about see it, but it's really abstract. I mean, lion is really the king, isn't it? The king of the jungle, the king of the animal kingdom, in a way. In this book or in this deck, the author associates it with fire, and of course Leo the lion. It is associated with fire, but it was afflicted. So I'm keen. I'm interested to know what she would say about it, because I can't believe it. I just had it. Yeah. So fear of disrupting the order of the old guard. Tune into the essential self. This is the imbalanced. And tune into the your essential self and envision a deep intellectual cleansing of all strong opinions living in your awareness. Wow. Okay, I think I see what's going on. So there's a truth that you need to say, and I think that's that's really interesting, because that also resonates with the fact that if you've worn away all of the edges, you're not really making any kind of significant, difference like you want to. So say if you want to speak your mind out about something, but actually, you know, you're like, oh, I don't really want to rock the boat. I just want everybody to kind of, you know, be at peace. And also you don't want to, it's conflict averse, right? And a lot of people are conflict averse. So, not me with my Mars in Virgo, no way. So, and being Gemini, no way. Oh God. And I say that in jest because I've had to confront quite a few people recently, and I've been intensely disliked for it, but I don't care, because as long as the integrity is there, that's all that matters to me. So, you know, I think that's what's kind of going on here. Make sure that you resonate strongly with your sense of integrity before you wear yourself down too much, so that you can adhere to certain standards. Yeah. That's what that's saying. Let's have a little look with the astrology. And also Capricorn moon as well. And Aquarius rising. Yeah. I can't listen to other people. Of course I can. But if I know I'm right, or if I know that something is out of whack, I find it very difficult. That's one of my shadow things, so don't judge me, I'm just talking to you. So waxing gibbous, we've got here. Clarify your direction and intention. Acceleration. Final stages, light at the end of the tunnel, good for clarifying details, being mindful, adjusting, refining, observance. Tarot is a temperance card. Let's have a little look about what is going on with the tarot, because this is interesting. What are you like pandering to, where you should be lining to? Pile 2. Because this is all about your expansion. I don't know. There may be some kind of opportunity that you want, and you might be shying away from it. Do you know what I mean? It may be some kind of responsibility, promotion. There may be something that you think that is not really yours. You're like, no, I can't do that. And actually, it's right up your street. It's actually what you're supposed to be doing, but you're like kind of, do you know what I just saw? I just saw the Cowardly Lion out of The Wizard of Oz. That's what I see there. I see the big fluffy Cowardly Lion who needs the brave heart. Thank you, Spirit. That's just wanted 4. I love it when Spirit does that, you know. It gives me 4 cards. It's great. When I'm like, oh, I want 4 cards, and it just gives me 4 cards. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got the 2 of Wands. Interesting. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the 4 of Wands. Not very good with the cards today, sorry. And then the World. Wow. That's lovely. That's lovely. Okay. Well, there is a bit of an imbalance with the King reversed. Yeah, that would match with the afflicted lion. So, I mean, you know, letting other people's opinions kind of affect your emotions, so that you just kind of, you may even just like, I feel with this milky quartz, there's a sense of you drowning out emotions, or like or just like kind of ignoring them in a way, maybe not even, you know, just kind of, yeah, suppressing them deeply. But I do also see that you're coming into a space where you're going to be able to change that. I mean, to a certain extent, it might have actually helped you to do that, to put your emotions like somewhere else, or to behave in the way that you have done. I don't think it has done. I think actually this has happened despite you doing that. I don't think it's either helped or nor hindered. But I think there was this kind of like pattern where you were just kind of working with that. That's what you were doing. And that's how things had functioned. But now there's an opportunity for you to move towards something bigger, better and brighter, and that new cycle is just about to begin. This one has ended. Like the idea where you had to censor your emotions, where you had to play it small, that is ending for you. Because you know that you want something bigger and better for yourself. So it might be that you either are applying for another job or something like that, or other jobs where you know that you'll be better valued, even though you've tried to maybe get a promotion in a job and it just hasn't happened, but it's just kind of been taxing on your own like mental stability, sense of self, you know? Yeah. Because I definitely see some kind of really beautiful opportunities for you here. A message meant to find you that, you know, that your suffering has kind of come to an end. It's come to an end and something new is beginning for you. You can be brave. You don't need to fear anything anymore. You don't need to censor yourself anymore. But when I mean censor, it's not so much in the fact that you can't say what you want. It's more about being who you are. And I think I just get a real timid sense from you, Pole 2. And you don't need to do that. You really don't. You're fantastic. But it doesn't even matter if I say that to you. It's more about whether or not that you believe that you can do that in the emotional state that you're in. And I believe that you're moving out of that. Wow, yes, you totally are. Totally are. Look at that. 2 of Wands and then 20. Wow. Love it. The 9 of Cups. Oh, okay. Right, I see what happened. It might be like something like that you got passed over for a job or something like that. It seems like you didn't get something that you wanted and that really upset you. But now things are changing. 4 of Wands. Wow, look at that. Love this, Pile 2. Love it. You're a magician. You know that the only person that's going to make your happiness happen is you. So you're going to do it. And then we've got number 3. Oh my God, this is off the hook. This is amazing. Absolutely. A new start for you, Pile 2. Absolutely. Whatever you went through, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But you've got some great stuff coming up. Yeah, really, really. Wonderful opportunities. Oh, love it. Okay, let's have a look at some other cards. Gateway, look at that. And you've got a unicorn as well here. So, I mean, you're really creating something that you have never created before. And it's so interesting because we had the World, Judgment. You've basically got the 2 last cards of the Major Arcana, and then you've got the first 2 cards of the Major Arcana. So you are totally, like, for sure in another cycle. You are moving into something new. For some of you, if you have been, you know, in a divorce or something, I don't know, there just feels like a big transition into something else. And the universe wants you to know that there are good things on the other side of this. There really is, because of what you've done, how you've managed the situation, how you've worked through the situation. Beautiful, beautiful message. And you know what else? It also seems that you thought that it was impossible. You thought it was completely impossible with that unicorn being there. Yeah. And what's really interesting is that there's this kind of like jungle element, which kind of there's something about you getting out of the jungle, you like not being, you're in the clear now, like things are clearing up now. Okay, so to close your reading out, pile 2, let me have a look at this last card. Oh my god, these cards, right, they make me cry, honestly. Oh, you did not know that you were that beautiful? I'm overcome with emotion, pile 2. I'm giving you the biggest hug in the universe. You deserve everything that comes to you. And you are beautiful. Don't forget that. And just remember that, yeah, you're amazing. And I know that it's been tough, but beautiful things are coming for you, I promise. Pile 2, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, have a beautiful morning, evening, night, whenever you're choosing to watch this or day. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Pile 3, hello and welcome to your reading. So you chose this gorgeous botryoidal hematite. Now this hematite is a little bit different compared to other hematites because hematite normally is just kind of, I think, just found in igneous rock generally. But this one actually, botryoidal, has bubbled up. So there's an element of air, there's an element of movement that is more present within the rock than there would be generally, even though the rock has still a very heavy kind of metal iron content. There's this element of the bubble, so there's this air-like quality. So stable yet ethereal almost energy to pile 3. It's almost a little bit like it's weird because like it's not quite the uranium. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a bit Uranian, the energy. That's what I'm feeling. It's like. So let's have a look at your card. I've just realised you're not able to see the crystal. So let's just have a look if I can sort that out. Okay, that's a little bit better. Rainbow. Okay. I think I remember this. I have had this one before. It was reversed. I will read it reversed, but I'll keep it upright for just this, like for it you to gaze it. It's beautiful, marvelous essence. Now the rainbow is about the whole mixture and diversity of colour. That every colour is valid, and they all play a very important role in life, in what we see, in how we are, in everything that we interpret, in our reality. When it's reversed, it means that there's like a lack of perception, maybe this kind of like lack of diversity. I'll be honest with you, the impression that I'm getting is this sense of stubbornness. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a stubborn vibe. If I'm honest, I'm trying to like get the book. Do you ever do that? You think you put something in a good place or a safe place, and it turns out to be the worst place ever, or you can never find it again. Okay, so the rainbow is, I think it would be water, is it, or ether? No, it's ether. So it's a particular element that's not earth, air. It's earth, air, wind, fire, earth, air, fire, water, and ether. Okay, right. Okay. So it's interesting because it's almost like there is maybe the idea of the lack of diversity that's occurring, or the lack of like options. You may feel like you have a lack of options because something may have happened before. Now, I don't know, with that botryoidal hematite, I just feel like there's a, and I'm sorry I'm sniffing, got quite emotional in pile 2's reading, so it just feels like, you know, maybe you feel like your options are limited after an event. But yeah, with that botryoidal hematite, it's almost like you know that there are other things that are possible. You may have a tough time seeing that at the moment, but there's something in you that's quite obviously telling you that this is going to change. I think you know it, really. Maybe this message is just here to remind you that it is going to change. Let's have a look at some astrology. Sagittarius, I'll be reading this upright. Yeah. Allowing yourself to feel more opportune and more in alignment with the opportunities that come to you, rather than being shut to them. There's an essence of exploration that's kind of arising from what I can feel here. And because this is like, you know, it's almost like there was a wanting for this to be something else, because it bubbled into something else, like the air wanted to escape it, but it didn't. It ended up getting trapped in here. So even though it is a beautiful stone, I love it, it's just interesting in terms of what the stone is, how it was formed, and what's going on here. So I think it's just really important to embrace any kind of new opportunities that come your way, and be open to them. Don't close things because of fear or past experiences. Let's have a look at what the cards want to say. Oh, cards don't want to come out. What would you like to say to my pile 3s? Dear cards, what would you like to say to my pile 3s? What is the message that they need to hear right now? Needed me to ask. Okay, right, so you've got the Ace of Swords reversed, you've got the Ace of Cups upright, you've got the Chariot reversed. So interesting, I'm reading that upright, but it does feel like the reading wants it to be reversed, but I'm going to keep it upright. I feel like if some of you were in therapy, you may have stopped going. If you have, then go back into therapy or go and talk to someone or to people. That's so interesting. With the image of this bird coming out of this cup, but then you've also got this rainbow coming out in the way that it is. Because there is a lack of communication here, a lack of like you being able to really communicate something with a sense of clarity in the way that you want to. Because you're having to walk away from something. You're having to get away from something that you felt that you were divinely attached, like it really gave you something very special. It spoke really close to your heart, and But yeah, you either went to go and do something, like maybe some of you went to go and pursue something against the wishes of someone else, and then maybe the idea of not being able to speak to them again or be with them again, it might be holding you back from making the decision that you need to. For example, if you need to go and work in another country or something like that, and you might be leaving someone behind. That's what I kind of feel here. Or like doing some kind of style of studying or some branch of work or something that's going to take you away in some way, shape, or form, be that with belief structures or be that with, actually physically being away. It feels like this person doesn't want you, they want you to stay, like the other party, they want you to stay. And it feels like it's connected to the emotions, so it could be a relationship. It could be just like, that you're in a place where people really like you, a group or something. Family. I don't know if it's family. It just feels like that you've got strong emotional connections to this space, whatever it is. And it's just tough. And you're not really able to talk to people about it. It may even be that, for some of you, it may even be that you might want to go and live a certain way. And you know that you can't do that if you want to. You know that you can't do that if you hold on to like the ties of the past. It might be like a family situation where, like, as I said, like they may not accept like the way that you live. And you know that if you go and live the way that you want to live, that you might have to walk away from them for a period of time. We've got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Okay. The Chariot upright. I said to the cards, can you just like not give me a heavy reading, please? The Chariot reversed. And then we've got, okay, the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, absolutely. The situation that I said is totally what is going on. Or maybe not that specific situation, but there is a dynamic between the two where one party there's an imbalance for sure. An imbalance for sure. And in order to be your true self, you have to leave. You have to get out of there, because you know that if you stay, then you're only going to be able to work. And this could even be a job, It would only be a certain way in which you would be accepted, or that you would be able to get any kind of benefit. Okay, let's have a look at... So a message meant to find you is to say, have hope. Have hope about this situation. You may, there may be something that comes up that you might be able to, that might be... I don't like the word they use, salvageable, but it just feels like it's not over yet. Just because like things seem a little bit dire at the moment, or they seem like just because you've gone for what you want and people are not 100% with you the whole way, doesn't mean that they're not going to be eventually, or they're not going to be around. You really have to do your own thing, because you have to blossom. You have to. It's who you are. Wow, security. I think this is about you developing your own sense of security without having to rely on anyone else, Part 3. And some of you may already be doing this, like, but I don't know. I just feel like in order for you to be yourself truly, like I think you really have to embrace this part of yourself, and I think you will do eventually. But don't feel too sad about it. It's okay. It's okay. It will pass. For sure. and the communication will start again, even though now it's an ace reversed. You know, things, maybe you're not able to communicate yourself in the way that you can. You may need to go away, do your thing, and then come back, and then be like, yeah, I had to do what I had to do. Pile 3, I'm going to close out your reading now with this beautiful deck. Get high. I love this deck so much. So you need to raise your vibration to the vibration where it's meant to be. Don't lower it for anyone. Promise yourself and promise me. Pile 3, I love that for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, you have a beautiful morning, evening, night, whenever you're choosing to watch this. And remember, the honesty is always key. Bye.